Welcome to the Save Par Golf Podcast, where two average golfers talk about golf and things. I'm your host, Eric.
I'm Dominic.
We're currently on episode 124, and we are rocking solo today. We're going to cover the 2024 Masters Tournament, our top 10 fast food / restaurant chains, our top 5 memorable Master moments, and much more. Dom, episode 124. We're rocking this again, like I said, solo today, which totally fine. I kind of like these episodes. Put them in every so often.
Kind of fun.
Yeah. And we just had the first major, the Masters, arguably the best tournament in golf, at least my favorite. Scotty Scheffler on a roll. 2024 Masters champion. He's won 2 times.
In 3 years.
Yeah, 2024,
Yeah.
2024.
I almost
2022, 2024. Won a whopping $3.6 million. So kudos to him.
Thanks to Liv.
Yeah. Pumping it up a little bit. Speaking of Liv, I was going to check. That was one thing that I was going to put in my notes to see who was the, as far as like live golfers, like where they placed.
I think Bryson would be the highest.
Yeah, he was kind of killing it, and then kind of struggled a little bit. But Scotty finished 11 under par, won by 4 shots. Kind of wild. Scotty and his wife are expecting their first child. So there was a lot of, I don't want to say rumors, but speculation that he was going to leave the tournament.
I don't think he would actually leave. I think it would depend on if he's competing or not. Because obviously, like if it's, you make the cut and then she has the baby Sunday and you're like 15th.
Well, and that's the thing. His character, he's very much so like a man of his word, for at least from like what I've been reading. And but that's what he said. Yeah, he's like, if I'm leading in the Masters and I get the call, but then again, I'm thinking like, well, is she back home? How far is the flight? And like, is he going to be?
He's going to miss it either way.
Yeah, exactly. So,
because if she's that pregnant, she's probably not traveling.
There was someone talking about that. They were like, because Ludwig Åberg he took second place, great golfer by the way. But they were saying like, hey, one of his buddies should just call or like
quote him. Spelled champion wrong.
I know, I had a typo right here. I just didn't write.
Forgot the N.
I know. As long as I can read it, I really don't care. But in any case, they were saying like, hey, they should like give him a little word like, hey, your wife just had babies, 9 pounds, 3 ounces. Congratulations, Try to put a little spark it so Ludwig can actually win the championship, because he played awesome. He finished second, 7 under par, and he honestly probably could have been close to competing with Scotty. He put one in the water on it was I think on number 11. Yeah, he carded a double bogey. But then he birdied 13 to 14, and he just looked really, really good. So I think we will see a lot of Ludwig here in the near future. He's kind of a big kid, 6'3". He's a Sweden. He's from Sweden, I should say. He went to Texas Tech University, I believe. So fun to watch. Did you watch any of the Masters?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
My favorite tournament, my favorite time of the year, and I think for me the reason why is like, normally here in the Midwest, Minnesota, we're starting to actually get nicer weather. So we kind of get that bug like, okay, like it's the major event.
I liked last year better because it was on Easter.
Yep.
Because then like Easter Sunday plus final round was cool.
For sure.
Did you see the thing in the group chat today?
I've not been very active on Instagram today.
Shocker.
Yeah. It's been a crazy day.
Somebody shared a video.
Oh, I think I actually did see a clip of it. Yes, finished.
So do you think you could win the Masters if everybody else had to tee off from the tee box and you were just dropped on the green?
So you're just putting, right?
Putting.
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody posted it yesterday. That's actually a really good take.
I think I could do it.
It would be difficult. And I've never been to Augusta, so I could only imagine the underlayment of the greens.
We knew 5 people who went this year, and none of them invited us. Or even offered to get us anything.
Cruel. It's cruel. Yeah, we know who our real friends are.
Brian got me a bucket.
Did you get to see a picture of it?
No.
It's a surprise.
I don't think he even knows my address.
But he got you one.
I think so.
Hopefully.
He said he did.
He's ordering it right now.
eBay. He's like
2022.
Yeah. He's like, you're gonna love it. And then I said, did you rub it in the bunker? And then he never replied. So
That's cool.
until I see it, it's fake.
Well, Brian, I'm sure you're gonna either watch or listen to this. We really want to get your take on the Masters, what you thought. That'd be good. That'd be a good podcast. Get him on there and we could talk about
Well, that's what they're doing this week with the Duffing Up.
it. I saw that. You guys were talking about that.
Yeah, because he and Timmy went. So
Mhm.
Brian went, Timmy went,
And you-
Luke went from leaderboard.
the hell was that?
I don't know. I don't ask questions. And then
Oh, yeah, Luke, yep.
and then Brandon from New Nine went. We know Brandon.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
He
he's
bought a boatload of stuff. I saw
bought a
that.
shitload.
$2,000 worth.
$3,000.
Was it 3?
Yeah,
That's
he had to
sweet.
buy a separate suitcase.
That's
I
insane.
feel like I'm missing somebody else we know who went.
We definitely need to try to get in that.
Well,
I've
I
been
mean,
trying it for how many
everybody
years?
tries.
I know.
I forgot.
That's on you. See, that's why.
If you win, are you taking me?
Yeah, I want to get so like I've always strategically done like I'm gonna do 2 tickets, practice round, and then 1 like actual
Like a
round.
Saturday.
So I'm like, well, my plan was do Tuesday and a Thursday. Thursday we get to see pretty much the whole field,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tuesday we
I
be able to
wanna-
bring our cameras.
Yeah.
Because Wednesday is the par 3 competition, so there would be people like
Yeah.
playing, but
Not the same.
not the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think like Tuesday, Thursday would like be ideal.
I would like to go Tuesday, just bring my camera, take pictures,
Yeah.
kind of. Obviously, I know like you always have that memory, but like having like a picture, I think
For
it
sure.
would be so cool.
I don't want to walk it. I just want
Luke was telling me he got his GoPro confiscated.
Did he?
Yeah.
Dang.
And I was like, "Did you steal anything?" He goes, "No." And I'm like, "You fucked up."
There was actually a fact or fiction about Augusta National and the Masters, and there was one spectator who got banned for trying to steal sand out of a bunker.
I wouldn't steal sand, but I'd take like a stick and be like, "This is."
Or like that. There's that one picture, that one guy who like takes like a piece of like a chunk or a divot of grass from like every nice golf course. And
Oh,
he did that
really?
with the Masters, they put them. It's kind of weird, but he puts them like in a Ziploc and labels them.
Well, I
Kind of
mean-
psychopath, but it's kind of cool. At the
I
same
mean,
time.
you collect the pencils.
Yeah, I do. Yes,
That's kind of weird.
it is, but like it's different than like taking a chunk of grass and then putting in a Ziploc and like hanging it.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
kind of.
I would never do it.
No, me neither.
It's like
But
it's like collecting dirt.
it kind of is.
Yeah.
What people do what like you go to the beach and they put sand in a bottle. I guess is kind of
No, I'm good.
right. I mean, I don't do that, but I'm just saying.
I don't go to the beach.
I haven't been in a while.
I don't know how to swim.
Just you don't?
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Oh, we need
Grew up on a lake.
Yeah, I was gonna say you live on or you don't live on a. You grew up on a lake.
No idea.
Interesting.
No,
I didn't.
I sit there with the life jacket, just kind of bob around.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday. Arm floaties.
Hell yeah! Have you seen that TikTok of the dad throws his daughter in with arm floaties and she goes right through him?
That's gonna be you. I'm gonna get just a little too big so it'll slip out.
And so he throws her in the water. She lands, and then her arms go up for the floaties, and she just falls right out.
That's hilarious. Is that on kids getting hurt? I guess you're not really getting hurt, but
No, I saw it on TikTok.
oh, okay.
Oh God, I love that page.
I know Dom Dom's not a big Tiger fan, obviously, as we know, all of us that pay attention know this. But Tiger actually did have a really incredible Thursday and Friday.
He made the cut for once.
he well, actually, no, he's always made the cut at the Masters, which is cool. Which is kind of a fun fact. He's never missed a cut.
It's kind of boring, but okay.
I mean, he's the most, was it 24 straight appearances? So he has obviously like what do you call it? Like pulled out for injury.
Withdrawn.
Yeah, withdrawn, which that doesn't count. But
I feel like he's at the point where instead of getting cut, he just withdraws.
well, the problem like with Thursday and Friday, I think the weather played such a factor because Thursday he played really well. Friday he played awesome, but Thursday, because of the weather conditions, they had to start later. So he had to finish his first round on Friday morning. And he says like he gets up at 3 a.m. just to prepare. If he was teeing off at 7 or 8, he's up at 3 in the morning.
He's like on Mark Wahlberg time.
Yeah. So he had to finish 5 or 6 holes on Friday of the first round, and then he had like an hour break and then finish Friday. So he finished 1 over through the first 2 rounds, which is very impressive in my opinion, considering his body, is obviously not the same as what it was. But then he ended up blowing it on Friday, or excuse me, on Saturday. It took a toll on his body. He did make the cut, but he did finish last in the field, 16 over par.
Yep.
Good for him for at least being able to make the cut. I mean, obviously, if you're betting money on him to win, a lot of us would have loved to see it, but I just don't think it was very realistic.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't want to say he's a baby, but like
Not a baby yet.
I just feel like, oh, I'm gonna get cut. I'm just gonna say I'm sick and withdraw. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's gonna be a hot take. I feel like Greg's definitely gonna.
No, Greg's a Rory guy,
Yeah, but I mean, like, for I guess what
which
I'm saying,
Rory sucks too. Hasn't won shit in 10 years.
I guess what I'm.
I'm
trying to
sorry,
say-
Greg. Other than the FedEx Cup that you rave
I'll
about,
talk a little Rory after this too, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that he has made the cut 24 straight times. And yes, his body is falling apart. And I'm not, he's such a competitor that I don't think he would play in an event unless he thought he had a great chance at winning. And honestly, through Friday, he was the first place, the leader was, I think, Bryson, he was 6 or 7 under. So I mean he's
He was
7-8 shots behind,
Yeah.
but Saturday's moving, anything could happen. So I don't think it's just hard to see because everyone wants to cheer for most people want to see him do really well.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see him go on an absolute like heater.
Yeah.
At his age. But then, like, do you get drug tested on the PGA?
Yeah, you do it.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't know specifically what
Could he fail like a PED test? Because what if he just starts juicing?
He looks like he's juicing.
Fuck yeah.
Freaking in great shape.
Let's bring steroids
his
to golf.
body is falling apart, but he doesn't look like it. If you were to look at him,
let's bring steroids to golf.
There we go.
That would explain his weird balding.
Yeah. He's like one of those, like, I hate to say it, but he's like actually like he's a good looking dude. But then like you take the hat off,
fucking shave it,
and
dude.
then it's like, oh dude, what the hell?
Yeah, you just like shave it. It's the same thing.
Bad with a
It's the same thing like with LeBron. Like LeBron's hair is a mess.
It's seen better days.
And both of these men can afford implants or wigs.
Bronze has gotten a lot better than what it was. It's weird because
I'm assuming he's getting
I think he is. I think he like endorsed some sort of company like several years ago that's like
shocker
helping him. But when you're spending millions of dollars on your
he's got $1 billion contract with Nike.
Yeah. But what they were saying, like on his like rehab,
all like his day-to-day stuff,
multiple millions of dollars. Yeah, which that is one thing to not to move away from that, but like the LeBron thing, like
imagine if Tiger did that
at 38 years old and to be playing at that level, like, is impressive. But in any case, the two other golfers that I was personally impressed with was Max Homa. You can tell he's been hitting the gym. He's like physically fit. He's
one of my favorite personalities.
He's got tour. Yeah. And just his Twitter and his Instagram, like stuff that he does. He's just a funny dude, but you can tell he's a class act guy, funny guy. So he did really well. He finished third place, 4 under par. And then Tommy Fleetwood, he played really well.
He came out of nowhere.
He did. And the real thing with him is that he didn't have his usual caddy. And he actually had a caddy that was don't quote me on this, but I believe he was a former caddy at Augusta National. So he was really familiar with the course.
Oh, nice.
It was his first time caddying.
That's the game plan.
So I was like, well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And he also finished tied for third, 4 under par. So
I was really impressed with Bryson.
He played really well. Dude,
I feel like
drives were insane. He was hitting the ball so far.
Well, and I feel like he unfortunately has the stigma of he can't play golf. He can only hit the ball. And I think
putting is really good.
I think he proved to us that he can play golf. Right?
He can.
I also didn't realize that he was no longer on Cobra.
Nope. Yeah, he's actually, I think
he has these like 3D printed irons and everything.
He has, I can't remember the irons, but he's using, I believe, a lab putter, which is now kind of the big thing for everyone.
Look how big they are.
It's huge. But his driver is, oh gosh, I forgot it. It's actually, I'm drawing a blank, and that's a good point. But it's one that's won multiple championships in the long drive contest.
Yeah,
but it's legal.
Yeah,
I can't.
I know. I know his irons because they were talking about it. They're like 3D printed from some small company that, because one of the tournament officially started Thursday.
Yeah,
I think it was Tuesday. They were approved by the PGA.
It's funny you mentioned it because there's actually, I think, a meme, and it's a 3D printer, and it's Bryson DeChambeau, and it's printing the jacket. It's printing the green jacket.
My favorite one, obviously, like there's the Tiger shook that one dude's hand.
Oh yeah,
behind the tree.
Lee, I think it's Lee, the old dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I'm young.
He's
shaking his hand behind the tree, and Brendan shared one of it. All comes full circle. So there's the picture above, and then the one below, and the one above is Tiger crashing his SUV into a tree, and then the one underneath it is shaking the tree's hand.
Dude, people are fantastic. Like very clever stuff. I love that. Was there anything that you can think of that you might want to add to the 2024 Masters at all? I know we're going to talk about some memorable moments that we have, like our personal moments for the Masters, but is there anything for this year that you want to?
Not really. I'm glad that we know people who were able to go and experience it and have so much fun. Um, other than that, no. I mean, I think we got a really good winner in Scotty.
I love Scotty. I feel like people can just, I don't know how like anyone could just like not like him.
My big fear is that now it's just going to be like, oh, Scotty's going to win everything. And it just makes this season kind of boring. You know what I mean? The beauty of golf is that you could have a heater and then just done. You know what I mean?
But Taylor Gooch didn't play in it, so there's an asterisk behind it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what he was saying.
But no, I mean, it was a great tournament, just like it always is. I wish it was on Easter. That'd be cool. But no, it was, weather looked great.
Yeah, it turned out to be a good weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So Thursday and Friday were obviously super windy. They had a storm, but I mean, for the most part, it's like we have this such buildup of this event, and then like in a snap of a finger, it's just like gone. That's what I hate about it.
That's why I always think it should be like the last major. Don't get me wrong, like having the first major be the Masters is great planning and scheduling, but like going out with a bang and having to be the Masters, I think would be so much cooler because then it's a full season of golf. It's like, can you repeat it? Stuff like that. But that's just me. I know people really like the FedEx Cup. I think it's dumb. It is what it is, but I don't know. To me, it's like the All-Star game of golf. The All-Star games don't exactly do anything for anybody in any major league.
The FedEx Point thing is, yeah, I mean, obviously the winner, which Rory did win it last year, you get like, I think with 10 or $20 million. So it is a big payday, but it is kind of one of those things that it's kind of just like each tournament you get points, but they don't really push it until it gets closer to that.
Well, point. And again, that's why I feel like it's the All-Star game, right? Yeah. Because it's like, man, it's the best of the best, which is super cool. But like, how many people really watch the NBA All-Star game?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be awesome. I used to watch all the time, but now I haven't watched
the Pro Bowl for like the NFL. Sucks.
Yeah. They do like flag football now, right? And stuff. They don't even do
it's flag.
Yeah. Which
and then
that, but I've never.
And then like the only like All-Star game that means anything is the MLB because then it dictates home field advantage for the World Series. Mm-hmm. But still, it's like it's normally not the best of the best. It's like fan voted. That's why I think the FedEx Cup is kind of dumb to win. No offense, Greg. He's gonna message me. I can't wait.
Like I hear what you're saying. I think that they should try to like pump it up a little bit more to make it like because it is a lot of money that the person is getting, but it doesn't really get competitive until like the last couple of weeks of the season. So I see what you're saying.
I just think it'd be cool to end the golf season on the Masters buildup. Can you imagine a full year of Masters buildup?
That'd be pretty wild. I do like it that it's the first major, but I could totally see it being like it'd be cool to see the last major too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, transitioning. So we're still on the Masters, but we want to kind of talk about we were kind of coming up with different ideas and we were brainstorming, and so we were doing our personal top 5 most memorable moments at the Masters. Again, there's probably way more important moments in the Masters.
I'm so mad at you. You put number 2 at number 2.
I actually wasn't trying to put them in like
mine are in a
I was going order. To, and then I kind of didn't. So
mine are. You're gonna be pissed.
Okay, but again, kind of going back, people are probably gonna watch this and listen to be like, dude, there's way more important moments, and they're probably
these are our favorites.
Yes. So, do you want to? I got to lead the way. I actually probably come up. I can do mine in top 5. So 5 being, 5 to 1. So 1, we'll start with number 5.
Okay. So number 5 for me is kind of a hot take, but it's the Yes Sir from 1986 with Jack Nicklaus.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. Everyone's like, why isn't that number 1? I was not alive for it. So everything I've seen has been like a video or like an article. I just think that one is so iconic. Yellow shirt. Yeah. The fist pumps.
To the 9s.
Yeah, Jack Nicklaus was a dog.
Swagged out. And I should have put something on there with Jack. No disrespect to him, but I kind of went with, again, some of the stuff that I saw.
Yeah. So I just felt like for me, I'm like, that's too good to not include. Everything else is stuff very recently, which I feel kind of bad about. There's a recency bias, but
yeah, no, I totally understand. My probably number 5 would be the 2012 Masters with Louis Oosthuizen when he made a 2 on a par 5.
Oh, damn.
On hole number 2. which was actually incredible. I wasn't like super into golf at the time, but I do remember him making that. So again, I don't think he ended up winning that Masters because I don't think he won the Masters, but he was
No,
in
you know who won?
contention.
You know who won that year?
No,
We'll get to it.
okay, good. I like it. All right,
We'll
there we
get to
go.
it.
Okay, so that's my number 5.
Actually, I don't know if I could be wrong. Who won.
Actually, I don't think I know.
Could be wrong.
I can look it up.
Yeah.
Why you're going to number
Okay.
4?
So number 4, I had DJ winning in 2020.
I was gonna put that on there.
DJ is he's one of those
Love DJ.
he's one of those golfers where you're like, he should win
Every time.
more often because he's a freakishly athletic man. He hits the ball a country mile. He's tall. Plus, he gets to like chill out with Paulina.
He's and his father-in-law is the greatest hockey player of all time.
I'd rather hang out with Paulina.
Oh, me too.
Have you not seen freaking Mikael Granlund? I'm just kidding. He's nowhere near as good as this.
Wait.
I just named a random wild player from back in the day. But DJ winning it in 20, I know it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's 20. Do you know how hard it is to put 4 good rounds together?
And then do you remember what happened the year after that? He was favored to
The
win.
earthquake.
He was favored to win, and then he
Didn't he fall down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, now I always say 2012. I know who won the 2012.
Is it
Part of my list? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I was right. Yeah.
I was
like,
gonna note that on there, and I didn't. That was one thing I forgot.
See, I wrote the years. That way I know it's like DJ did win in 20.
DJ is a good one. I was gonna put that on my list. There's so many that we could have probably put on the list. And I agree with you. I think DJ is one of those guys. He's probably one of the most talented golfers we've seen.
Yeah.
You get in there, he should win.
Yeah.
70% of the events.
Oh, easily.
So good.
Easily.
But sometimes I think his issue is that he just goes in there with like his emotion is not like
I think he goes in there.
Competitiveness is not there.
I think he goes in going, I'm just gonna wipe the floor with everybody. And then he does it and he's like, well, I'm gonna go fishing.
Or it's like if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
So but I like that one. Number 4 for me, I will go ahead and take, and this is probably gonna be one of your top ones, but the Bubba Watson shaping his wedge shot. This is still probably one of my all-time favorite shots.
I can picture it from the pine straw, that snap hook.
Yep. And it's with probably my favorite club in my bag. It's a 52-degree wedge, 144 yards. He hooks it 40 yards and puts it within 12 feet of the pin, which is, one of the craziest things that
he is the most creative guy on tour I have ever seen.
When they brought in like the football analytics where they're drawing the yellow line and like what he just did, because you see it on TV, he's in the woods and all of a sudden it's on the green. You're like, what just happened?
And there's no view of the hole.
Obstructed. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
So I think, and I was really into golf at that time too. I was really getting into golf, and I will vividly remember that. So I think that's probably number 3. It could be actually up even further, but I'll put that at number 4.
I would say. So number 3 for me, I know Hideki won in 21.
Mm-hmm.
That is not my favorite moment. My favorite moment was his caddy turned around and bowed.
Yes.
I was like
on there too. I love that.
I was like, that was so cool.
Such a respectful.
And it's so, because like that golf course, doesn't matter how good you are, spits you up and chews you out.
Yep. That's a great moment.
To honor the course like that, I was like, that's so cool. I mean, Hideki winning was pretty cool because that was probably my favorite year for the Masters because of the chase.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember, but like the last 8 holes was all neck and neck.
Yep. That's what I like. Watching majors, like it's cool that Scotty won, but it's so much more like,
I hate when it's like a runaway.
Yeah.
It
wasn't up until like hole. I mean, towards the back nine, it was kind of a runaway, unless he really shit the bed, But for the most part, he was. But yeah, that's
I feel
a great
like once
moment.
you have a lead like that, you can just play safe golf.
Yeah, and that's kind of what he did. Number 3 for me, Tiger Woods chip in on hole number 16 in the 2005 Masters, which was I think he ended up winning that 2005 Masters, which was his 4th out of his 5 green jackets. So that was really cool. Just watching it kind of stop, sitting there, and then dropped in. I mean, that's such a famous moment. Again, I was I was younger. I was old enough to watch it. I just wasn't obsessed with golf.
You want to know how old I was in the Masters in 05?
10, 11 years old.
7.
Okay. I was in high school, so I was to the point where I was like getting into the Masters or getting into golf, but I wasn't at that stage yet.
I was 7.
Okay. So yeah, that probably doesn't
right over my head.
Yeah.
My number 2 is going to surprise you.
Okay.
Because my number 2 is your number 1.
Ooh,
So my number 2 is Tiger winning in
2019.
because that's like, I know it's super cliche, but it's the return to glory, right? That was like, everyone's like, damn, Tiger's back. And then he just shit the bed. But everyone's like, who gives a shit? He gets another green jacket.
The build up to that, like the hype videos where you have who's like that famous ESPN broadcaster.
There's a lot.
I know, where he's like, he'll never win again. All these, and like they compiled that,
and then it's the final putt that drops.
Yeah, and it was just so cool to build up. I mean, him chewing his gum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was just, you could tell he was in the moment. I like that. Okay, so that was your number 2.
That was my number 2. I just think that's one of those, full circle moments. If it is his last major win, it's a good one to go out
That's
on.
a great one.
Sound like, has he won since?
No.
Like,
nope.
Period? Like, any? Like,
I don't think he's won an individual because he's typically just playing majors now. So
yeah. And so if that's his final win, that's a hell of a way to go out.
Yeah. I'll wait to keep that too because I want to kind of talk a little bit more about that. But my number 2 is going to be the 1997 Tiger Woods winning the Masters. I read that book.
I wasn't born yet.
I wasn't either. I read the book, so I kind of got a little bit more familiar with it. But he was 21 years old. He broke the 72-hole scoring mark. He won by 12 shots, and he became the first African American to win a major championship. So I think that really put Tiger.
It took him until 97 to have a black person win a major.
A major, yeah, which is incredible.
I hate golf.
Yeah,
I hate golf.
Very, very, yeah. We're so behind times in the golf.
It's embarrassing.
It is, but I think it's such a pinnacle moment for not only golfers. Yeah. I mean, watching somebody so dominant at such a young age, but
21,
and then the African Americans. So I think it's so cool, and that could probably be easily my number 1. Like I said, I read the book, I loved it. Earl Woods was still alive. He was there, so it was such a family bonding situation. But I'm going to put that at number 2 because I was 8 years old. So
damn, you're old.
Yeah. So I remember it. I do remember.
I was born a couple months later.
Okay.
That year, but because the Masters is normally March or April.
Yeah.
I wasn't born until May.
Yeah, and the other thing with this is Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods are the only 2 athletes that I know of that if they're on TV, even if you're not like a super
people watch.
People tune in. And I remember even as an 8-year-old, I didn't really know what was going on because I didn't really like golf at the time, but I still watched a little bit of that. So I think it's really, really cool. So what is your number 1?
Bubba's snap hook.
Bubba's snap hook, okay.
Yeah.
Which I kind of figured.
I mean,
but you had a really good list.
I'm a huge Bubba fan.
We know.
I appreciate somebody who brings a different view of something to the golf course because that's exactly how I play golf. I had some work done on my clubs today and I was telling the guy, I was like, yeah, there have been moments everybody's like up at the tee box with like an 8 and a 9 iron, and I stroll in with like a 4 hybrid. Everyone's looking at me crazy, and then I'll hit the biggest bump and run of my life, but I'm the closest. It's all about knowing your game, and that shot is Bubba. Like I know he's more than just that one shot, but that's one of the craziest shots I have ever seen.
And I think if you think of Bubba, you think of he was one of the biggest long drivers on the tour.
Yeah,
for a long time.
Oh,
his pink driver. And then you got
still want one.
And you got his shot. Like those are and his expensive watch.
See the $2.5 million one he wore in the Masters?
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
$2.5 million because he's sponsored by Piguet.
Piguet, yeah. And I think it was a different one than he originally wore, obviously, but same thing. It was like close to $1 million. So
yeah,
I think those are the things that I remember personally.
Yeah. And like for me, it's just one of those things where it's like I've seen who knows how many pictures of it. People backed up side to side. Him doing the follow through, the pine straw everywhere, and then just the ball, and then just knowing you're like, that ball is going to hook so far right that you will not believe it. And if you look at that picture, you're like, there's not a chance.
I agree. There was one other thing. He always runs the visor too.
I hate visors, but yeah,
he kind of rocked it.
It works for him. He still does.
Yeah, no, he still rocks it. I'm actually going to do a split. Number 1 because it just came to me. So number 1 for me is obviously the 2019 Masters. I think same thing, that going back to like the whole hype video. I mean, everyone counted him out. Everyone wanted him to win, but everyone was like, no way this guy's going to win. He's gone through all these things. And then he just comes in chewing that gum dial. The mock old school.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was just set up for
was
him.
it the following year that he had a car accident?
No, I think it was the year before. It could have been I thought it was the year before, but it could have because I think he had that like that was one of the reasons why they didn't think he was going to.
Got it. I have all my
I
years.
could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the year before.
I have my years all screwed up then.
But my other number one, now that I think about it, and this is more just money wise and cool trip, is that in 2018, Patrick Reed won the Masters, and I'm not a Patrick Reed fan by any means. But when I was out in Vegas the year prior,
you won money, didn't you?
Yeah, I put a bet on Patrick Reed. I picked three golfers, like a favorite, good odds, and like a what do we do?
Dark horse.
Dark horse. And I picked good odds with Patrick Reed. And the tricky part is kind of terrible, but I was in the church parking lot after a church, and the Masters was, it was finishing up. We were getting ready to head home.
Oh
and
my god!
Patrick Reed was first, and my favorite golfer, Ricky Fowler, was in second. So it was bittersweet. I was like, I really wanted to see Ricky win his first major, but I was like, but then I'm going to win 500.
He still hasn't won a major, has he?
No, he hasn't.
But he won the par 3 contest.
He did.
So that's a nice like pat on the back.
I wish we could break that curse. Whoever has won the par 3 contest has never gone to win a major.
Didn't Tony Finau win the par 3?
Yes, he did. Well, it's when he rolled his ankle and still played.
Hasn't he won a major?
He didn't win that year of the Masters. I think he's won a major, but not the Masters.
Not the same year?
Yeah, not the same.
Got it.
But so it was a little bittersweet, but it was really cool. So I ended up actually winning like over $500 and got a free flight and trip to Las Vegas. So
thanks to Patrick Reed.
Thanks to Patrick Reed. Yeah, and I'm not even a huge fan of him, but like the odds were so
I don't hate him. I know everyone's like, oh, I'm like, get over it. You cheat at golf too.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate on him, and I'm like, everyone's like hating on him. I'm like, I kind of like sitting here like I picked a win on that. Yeah, so that was something that I just thought of that I got to put that up on the list because it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Masters talk. That's those are really good moments. Are you
kind of surprised that
I am, but I like them because the Jack. I wish I would have put a Jack. Moment on there. But again, I was more or less going from like things that I saw. So
I originally was, but then I was like, it just feels kind of sacrilegious.
He's literally he's the most winning Jack. Yeah. He's got 6.
Well, and that's kind of why I'm like, I feel so bad not to have Tiger. Because I mean, the whole reason I'm not a Tiger guy is because I feel like I missed
for sure
all of the iconic moments.
Mm-hmm. And you can't blame you for that.
No, and it's not that I don't like Tiger. It's that I don't resonate with him because I missed. I was like, man, do you remember that shot in 97? No, I don't. What about 05? No, I was 8. I don't remember. No.
Yes. No, I hear you. I totally agree. Okay, so we did a
did you only do 5?
No, I'm gonna put all these in there.
Got it.
Yeah. So we switched it up a little bit. We're doing our top 10 favorite chain / fast food restaurants. And we can do the same thing. I didn't really put them in any.
I put mine in order.
Okay, we can roll that way. So we'll go from 10 to number 1 down. I'll go ahead and lead it off.
Applebee's.
Okay, I was gonna put that one on there.
Hear me out. I know it's oh.
We said chain though, so it's not.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Yeah, we're good.
Have you had their chicken tendies?
No,
they're bomb.
But I used to go there all the time for their half price app.
Hash
price apps.
So my dad and I, they have this thing. It's like you can do. So my dad and I went to a brewery in New Ulm.
Yep.
And we got a little too drunk.
#shells.
It was shells.
Yeah,
we got a little too drunk, so we had to stop and eat.
Take a little break.
Went to Applebee's, and it was bottomless tendies and bottomless riblets. My dad fucked up some riblets.
Speaking of shells, not to get off topic, but they have a new IPA out, and it's called Fresh Prince, and it's got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air like art.
Yeah,
but it's fresh and then Prince Fresh Pints.
Oh,
but it's pretty dope looking.
They have one. It's called the it's like the Snowstorm or something.
Love that one.
And it's different every year because they don't save the recipe.
I love that.
That's a good one.
We should go out there next year because I've never been.
We do it this year.
Well, yeah, that's what
April.
Yeah. Going into this, I know. I don't know why I'm like thinking like winter is like behind us till next year.
No, I've been there. It's cool. It's really cool,
isn't it?
Yeah, we should do the tour.
Yeah, the oldest brewery in Minnesota, I think.
Yeah, we should do the tour.
That'd be sweet.
The tour is really cool.
Sorry, we got off topic.
My brewery one next. My dad and I got drunk on the tour
at Shells.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Well, they're like, here, have all these samples, and then it's like, here, have half this beer, have
And
half
if you're
this
not like,
beer.
really eating any food.
No, we're
yeah,
not.
so
And
it's
then
like,
and then they're like, hey, have this full pour.
is it how big is the brewery? Is it
Big.
huge? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like anything around it where you can like?
No. Applebee's was the closest. Because there's nothing in New Ulm.
Yeah, it's just a little tiny town.
It's a brewery. Applebee's.
Hmm.
So yeah, Applebee's is my number 10.
I was gonna put that on there, and actually the one that I was gonna put on there was Buffalo Wild Wings.
I forgot about Buffalo Wild
that's
Wings.
a good one.
Damn it.
But it's been years since I've been there. Number 10. I haven't been to this place in a long time, but Panda Express. That used to slap. I used to get Panda Express quite a bit back in the day.
It still slaps.
Yeah, I just haven't had it I had it in a long time, but when I have had it, I really enjoyed it. So I went with Panda Express on that for number.
You're gonna love my number 9.
What do we got
for number 9? I have Derek's Apartments.
What's the entree of choice?
Whatever your wife's cooking.
Okay. I like that.
Or whatever.
She'd be a little upset you put her at 9 though. That's kind of.
I mean, if she hears the rest of my list, I think.
Okay.
But the reason it's low is because you guys don't always feed me.
That's true.
Did you feed me today?
We did. No.
Did you feed me last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually you did. Yeah.
And I actually don't worry, it's right on my list here.
But yeah, it's like when you guys have like flautas or like pork or whatever laying around, you let me take it. Oh, yeah. Those are so good. Yeah, so that's number 9 is your apartment.
That's a good take. I like it.
I know.
I'm gonna go number 9 for me is Dairy Queen. And the only reason why I'm going Dairy Queen is that I don't really like. I have actually had their chicken tender basket. It's been a long time with their toast, like that Texas toast. So good, but
they have good burgers because they like cook them on like a grill.
Yeah, I did more or less for.
I know you said Dairy Queen
for the Blizzard, but they do actually have really good.
What's your go-to Blizzard?
It depends on the mood. Typically I'll do chocolate chip cookie dough. But I do like the Reese's Pieces, and then I also like the M&M or Oreo. So those are like there's 4. It depends on my mood though.
So like horny is like Oreo.
No, I would say chocolate chip. that's my go-to.
And I love the chocolate extreme. It's got chunks of brownie in it and chocolate ice cream, chocolate chunks.
So there's a place called Minnesota Nice. And it's in Northeast here. And we'll take the crew there, but it's a vegan, which I'm not vegan at all by any means, but it's like a vegan ice cream, and you can do like anything, and it has the best cookie dough.
Oh God,
it's amazing.
Is it like one of those build your own places, and then you pay per the pound?
They'll literally you can get
is it like Cold Stone?
No, it's better. No.
Well, no, I'm saying like same idea.
Kind of, yeah. You can like put whatever you want on it, but they have also like some sandwiches and all sorts of stuff. But like
Cold Stone has sandwiches.
Do they? Yeah. I'm not a big Cold Stone fan because I don't like theirs. This is like too creamy for me.
Oh, I do shakes.
Oh yeah. But like my wife got like a torched s'more in hers. She literally freaking torch. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, but that place is really good. So like my go-to there is
that sounds so good.
Either a waffle cone or just in the cup vanilla ice cream and their chocolate chip cookie dough. They're like chunks this big and they freaking loaded. And
I'm in.
And like you don't get a stomach ache. It's amazing.
I'm in.
Yeah, we'll go there for sure. So I would say Dairy Queen is number 9. What do you got for 8?
Subway.
Okay.
I love just like I very rarely go to Subway. I don't know why, but
I haven't been there forever, but I used to eat that.
I love their bread.
What's your go-to sandwich?
I'll do the steak with American cheese. You got to toast it.
Yeah. Just regular like white bread or what bread?
I do like the Italian bread, just like the plain white bread. I'll normally do because for me, I feel like the bread can like make or break it.
Yeah.
I'm always worried. And then I'll do lettuce, pickles, black olives, and then the Chipotle Southwest.
Okay. Have you ever had their breakfast?
When they had it, yeah.
Yeah. So I used to get their.
I used to do the flatbread with egg, bacon, cheese, and then I take.
They got rid of it.
Yeah, I don't think they've done breakfast for years.
Yeah, I haven't had it in years.
At least the one by me, because I remember, like, in like high school, I'd go there, take it to class.
Yeah. I would do the steak, egg, and cheese with that. I'd switch it up. Sometimes I get the egg whites, and then sometimes I just get the yellow egg. But I would get steak, egg, and cheese,
yolk
or the yolk. Yeah, but I like the egg whites better. But I would do steak, egg, and cheese on the flatbread, toasted. Freaking so good. But I haven't had that forever. My number 8, which this would be probably my old Chipotle, before Chipotle was even.
Are you going Doba?
No, I'm going Lian Chin. I used to
Oh.
freaking eat Lian Chin like it was going out of style. Like
I
that was
think-
my go-to.
I think I overate it because now whenever I have it, I'm like, it's either that or it's just not as good anymore.
It could be. I haven't had it in a long time either, but my go-to was fried rice with sesame chicken and I'd sometimes get Peking chicken. And what was the other one I'd get?
If you had the bourbon chicken,
Bourbon was
the
good.
bourbon's
That's the
good.
one, the bourbon. Yeah, bourbon and sesame chicken. Oh, so good. But I haven't had it in a long time, but that used to be like my Chipotle back in the day.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I like their
We should
wontons.
go there sometime.
I like their wontons.
The wontons? Okay.
That or they have these garlic green beans.
Yep. Yep. I know what you're talking about. Everything's just so like even some of that stuff is so expensive now. And this is gonna be one of my next ones up there, and that's same thing.
Yikes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's outrageous, but we'll talk about that in a second. Who do you got for number
If it
7?
makes you feel better, my number 7 hates gay people.
Uh-oh.
It's Chick-fil-A.
I don't think they hate gay people.
No,
I-
they don't like gay people. They like support conversion therapy and everything.
Really?
Yeah,
I have them on my list too.
they don't like gay people. I like gay people.
Yeah, I do too. I don't hate gay people. I think
Your
that's
mustache
terrible.
says otherwise.
No, my mustache is very inviting. Yeah, my mustache.
No,
that's
Chick-fil-A,
fine.
I like their breakfast.
I haven't had their breakfast.
Really good.
I
Don't
get
get
their
me wrong.
spicy chicken sandwiches.
I hate that they don't like gay people, but damn, do they make like decently good fast
When
food
you
chicken?
say that though, I think more it's like corporate wise, like there's probably like a lot of, but I just feel like the
Fundamental-
employees and all that. Like,
so-
I mean,
So like legally, you can't hire based on sexuality and stuff like that. The one in Coon Rapids had a gay guy there for a long time.
yeah,
He was my favorite 'cause it almost felt like he was like, yeah, fuck
Like,
this
I'm more-
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure like people that, but I get what you're saying. Okay, so Chick-fil-A's number 7. That's number 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with number 7, and that's Panera Bread. And Panera Bread, I don't go there very often, but when I do, I always typically go in the fall, and that's when they have their turkey chili,
It's funny because I go in the summer
Do you?
because of a
the
specific
soup
item.
and salad or
No.
whatever. What do you get there?
They have their trying to burp. They have this salad. It's got like fruits and berries in it. So it's like imagine oranges, blueberry,
Sure.
strawberry,
Very summer-esque.
very summery. And then my go-to sandwich is the turkey bacon. It's the turkey bacon bravo. So
Oh, yeah,
it's a really nice like
Combo.
tomato bread,
You do the soup and sandwich though, right? The combo
salad, and
or
sandwich.
salad and yeah.
Well, you can do either one, but I
pick
I
two, whatever.
yeah I do the
Yeah.
salad and the sandwich.
Sure.
I haven't even gone to Panera for so long because I love Zupas
Soup. This is a good one.
and it's more affordable.
Yeah, Panera. That is the downside with Panera. Said I usually get their baguette with the chili
Mhm.
and dip it, and that's like obviously chili's more of a fall,
Yeah.
cold time.
Have you had Wendy's chilies? Wendy's chili?
No,
It's supposed to be really good.
I was gonna put them on there, but it's like that one I haven't been in so long. But spicy chicken nuggets, barbecue sauce, and the fries.
Wendy's
And
is
they're
my
frosty.
Wendy's is my guilty pleasure where it's like I've had a long ass day.
That's where you're going.
Give me a baconator.
I like that. But Panera, I do really like
I
it.
like Panera.
It's just really expensive. Like for a thing of chili and a baguette, it's like freaking $12.
Well, and that's why I like Zupas because you can do the pick two and it's like $11.
Yeah.
And you get half a salad, half a sandwich.
More for your bang.
Yeah.
Bang for your buck.
More for your bag.
Yeah. 6
McDonald's.
McDee's.
Yeah, I love their fries.
Their fries are probably
And
the best.
I went there for lunch yesterday after my chiropractor. I got a Big Mac.
Fun fact, I've never had a Big
I
Mac.
haven't had a Big Mac for a long time. It was pretty good.
What Big Mac is McDonald's, and then what's Burger King's?
The Whopper.
Never had one of those.
I don't like
one of those
Burger
my whole
King.
life. Yeah, they kind of.
I-
That's a good choice. I don't like McDonald's. We'll once in a while we'll go out and be like, hey, you want McDonald's? Oh, we'll
God,
get a
I had their breakfast Sunday.
breakfast.
Have you
I
ever
haven't. Oh yeah, that's what
I had a
I used to.
McGriddle?
Before I got like into medical sales, I worked as a delivery driver, so I was always hitting up fast food. I
Oh.
was terrible.
Every like when Sunday is like my day I designate I'm gonna go through somewhere and get breakfast, treat myself. So I had a McGriddle.
Ooh, I haven't had one.
That was so good.
My go-to was sausage McMuffin without egg and 2 hash browns and an orange juice.
Mm,
That was my,
mhm.
I love that.
I had an iced mocha, a McGriddle, and then a hash brown.
Their hash browns are so good.
So
I
good.
love those. But we would do a we'll get like a medium fry, and then we each get a ice cream cone, vanilla ice cream cone, and we dip it. I know people think it's weird, but
I've never done that.
yeah, it's either like people are like that is weird. My wife used to think that was so weird. Then she tried it and she liked it. So
I
that was our
understand like the sweet, salty.
yeah. But it is a weird concept. So that was number 6 for you. I'm gonna go with Raising Cane's because I don't eat it too often, but I the few times that I have had it, I do like it, but sometimes I feel like it gets hyped up way too much. And
So
I'm not on the hype train of
Yeah.
Raising Cane's.
I
but do
left
like it.
Cane's off my list because everyone's like, "Oh, it's so good with the sauce." That's the issue. If you have it without the sauce, it's a very mediocrely fried chicken.
Yeah, I like it, but I'm not like again, I'm not gonna put it like compare it to a lot of like
Yeah.
places.
Well, my issue is like if you need a condiment to eat it,
It's really not that
and
good.
it's really not that
Yeah,
good.
sure. Let's see, we're on number
Five.
5. Yep.
Jersey Mike's.
Ooh,
I love Jersey Mike's. I get the
Jersey
club
Mike's.
sub. I do it Mike's way.
Okay.
No onion, no tomato, because those are gross.
I like that.
I got beard hooked on Jersey Mike's.
Do you know where that's out of? Is it out of Jersey? I
I
don't think
doubt
so.
it.
I
The
think that's
guy,
just
the guy
like-
who owns it isn't even named Mike.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I googled it.
That's a pick. My number 5 would probably be Qdoba, and I like Qdoba a lot. There's some things that like if I could put Chipotle and Qdoba together in one, I feel like that would be my ultimate.
I feel Chipotle and Pancheros would be a much better.
That's the one I forgot to put on the list because I like actually Pancheros and Qdoba. I probably put Pancheros over Qdoba.
I put Pancheros over a lot of things.
Pancheros awesome. But Qdoba, like I said, I don't eat it too frequently, but I do like it.
I like their chips.
Their chips are good.
They have good chips.
Yep. That's one downside about Chipotle. Like we got last time. Some were just like it depends on who makes it.
Panchero probably is the
So
best
salty.
chips.
Yeah.
The blue ones.
Mm-hmm. The blue corn chips or whatever.
they're
Yeah.
so good.
Number 4,
Wendy's.
Wendy's. Okay. I can see it.
It's just like that guilty pleasure. It's like I just need the biggest large drink I've ever seen because their larges, I shit you not, are huge. I'm like, I just give me the biggest Dr. Pepper and then give me the fattest Baconator, and I'm gonna go eat myself in a coma. I'm gonna pass out.
Where do you rank their fries?
In terms of like fast food fries,
Yeah, fast food fries. Because you get the meal, right?
Duh.
Yeah.
Oh, I do it. If I'm
the drink and the burger,
Yeah.
the fries.
It's top 5 for me. I think Culver's 1 for fries.
You like the crinkle cut style fries?
2, and they're
So are you a big
always.
White Castle fry guy because
I've never been to White Castle.
dude. Back in the day when I used to slap on the freaking fast food White Cat a sack. They call them the sack of.
Yeah,
They actually have really good fries.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do anymore, but
I don't know. I've never been there,
You
so
should try them.
like, yeah, I
Not a fan
like
of the burgers, but
I like Culver's,
yeah.
and then McDonald's too.
Yeah.
I love the waffles from Chick-fil-A. The waffle
Those are
fries.
good, yep. Are you a curly guy fan?
That's where I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I rank the curly fries above or below?
Of the Wendy's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wendy's is for sure top 5 for me because I like
fine.
fries where you know it's a potato.
Sure. You gotta like I said, I'm not a fan of the White Castle like slider burgers, but I used to get their chicken rings with barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And I'd get their
Like the meal.
the French fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were single cut, really good. I'm gonna
You know what the funny part is? Look at my original number 10. It was Arby's.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go with
See, this is where you should just done it in order.
I'm gonna go with Potbelly.
Ooh.
I like Potbelly a lot. I had a bad experience the last time I had it.
My big issue is they're expensive too.
They're pricey. I'll typically get a rack on
That's what I
meats
get.
or white.
I do it on white.
And then I put mushrooms with avocado. But my biggest pet peeve with sandwich places, and I hate it. And typically when I run it through the deal, I always ask them like, you don't need to worry about cutting it. Because sometimes they use the same knife that they previously cut the previous sandwich. And I'm like, I don't think you with sauces. So it's like if someone just got mayo,
Yeah.
they cut that. I don't like that.
That's where Subway does a good job because they'll put the knife
Put the
away
knife away in the bin. Yeah.
and then they'll grab a new one.
I'm not one of those guys like, I need you to put new gloves on. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I just use a clean, like a new knife.
Yeah.
So normally I'll be like, just don't even.
You know what I like
at home.
more than Potbelly?
What's that?
Devani's.
Devani's?
They're hoagies.
Yeah, they're
I
hoagies.
had them Sunday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Their hoagies are. It's been a long time, but they were good.
They do the ham
They have decent
hoagie
pizza too.
on wheat bread. Their wheat bread is so
Really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said I had a bad experience on the last one, but normally, Populi is typically good. It said wreck on wheat with
Mhm.
mushrooms and avocado. Ooh, so good.
Solid.
Yeah, but it is pricey.
So we're number 3?
We had 3 or 4.
3.
3. Okay.
Culver's.
Culver's.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that to see if it was going to be in the like top. I knew it was going to be up there.
Yeah. Originally it was higher. And then as I was getting up to come over here, I was like, oh no, there's a better one. But Culver's.
What's your go-to in that?
I normally do like a double bacon butter burger. Like if I'm gonna do a burger, I'm gonna go all out, and their burgers are like the patties are really thin, which I really like. And I like the fresh ingredients. I love the bun. The fries are really good. Yeah, and then we'll do like a side order of like onion rings, cheese curds, or the pretzel bites, which are little pretzels, and you dip them in nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're not like the crunchy pretzels. They're like the base, like they're good like baseball pretzels.
Yep. So obviously you know my stance on Culver's. I don't like the concept of Culver's. I'm not dogging their food because it is good.
You're just mad that your wife wants
She loves Culver's. It's her favorite.
No, she doesn't love Culver's. She loves the custard.
She likes Culver's and mainly the custard. So that's her go-to.
Yeah.
But her friend got her hooked on the French fries with the nachos cheese.
I've never done that.
It's not bad. But my biggest pet peeve is the whole freaking sticker on the freaking car, and then you go in a line. I don't get it, and I don't like it.
So you get fresh food.
I would rather just sit there and wait for the fresh food rather than like parking.
That's exactly what I do.
No, they always make us park. So it's like, why can't we just wait at the window?
Oh no, yeah.
We normally get a sticker with the number, and then we have to pull in a parking lot in a roundabout area. I don't like that concept.
You go to a weird one then.
It's literally every Culver's I've been to.
Oh, I've never done that.
Really?
No.
I've never had to give you like a little number to put on your
one in Blaine. It's like, yeah, pull forward. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, they normally put you they give you a sticker to put on your side window or your mirror. So
they screwed that up then. I like going in because I like having a little number. It makes me feel like old timey.
But with the custard, I mean, she heard that the concrete mixer, whatever it is, and it's not bad, but it's just not something for me to like rave about. But I don't want to like bash Culver's.
I'd rather just like if I'm gonna get ice cream quick, I'm just gonna go to Dairy.
Yeah, that's kind of where I definitely agree. I'm gonna put Chick-fil-A as my number 3. I don't go there super often, but again, their spicy chicken sandwich with the French fries or their waffle fries. They're both.
They have normal French fries,
or is it? No, it's not. That's not Chick-fil-A.
I think they only have waffles.
Yeah, they do have waffle fries. There's what fast food place am I thinking of that has? I can't remember, but anyway, their waffle fries are really good. I'm actually kind of just a plain Jane person. I do like barbecue sauce and hot sauce, but I just go with the spicy chicken sandwich. But I haven't tried their breakfast, so I definitely want to do that.
Yeah. So what I do is with their breakfast, they have you can do it as a bowl or a burrito, which right away you're like Chipotle boner.
Yep.
It's eggs, cheese. They have like little circular hash browns. They throw those things in, and then chunks of like the breaded chicken.
Oof.
And then you get like salsa on the side. So you dump that bad boy in, you shake it up real good.
You do the bowl typically?
I do the bowl just because it's a little bit easier. But yeah, you do it as like a burrito too.
That sounds amazing. And is it like same kind of thing with like McDonald's? Like they serve to like 10:30 or whatever it is?
I think so. Yeah.
I always think of Big Daddy. He's like, hey, you want to get McDonald's breakfast?
Yeah.
He's like, I haven't been up at 10:30 since in like 10 years. He's like, I think we can make breakfast.
And then don't they go and they don't have breakfast?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We started serving at 11 a.m. or whatever. Oh, that was classic. Number 2 for me, and I'm gonna go In-N-Out, and main reason
you straight up just skip me.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. I thought you just did. No, I'm sorry.
No, we just number 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My number 2 is better than your number 2. Shake Shack.
Ooh, I've never had it. Never had the Shake Shack. I know. So I can't really. It could be.
It's so good.
Where's the closest one here?
To you?
Yeah.
Problem of America.
Okay.
To me, Maple Grove. There's a new one in
Yeah, I
Maple
don't think
Grove.
I've had the Shake Shack.
It's very good. My big pet peeve is you have to buy everything separate.
Really?
Yeah, so like you don't get a burger and fries. You have to order the burger and then you have to order the fries and then you have to order the drink.
Gotcha. I wonder why they do it that way.
I don't know. Burgers, super good. And then they have a chicken sandwich.
See,
Yeah,
that'd be up my alley.
that's
Sandwich.
that's the move. Their shakes are really good. Yeah, they did a collab with Hot Ones over the summer, and I had their spicy burger. Really
Yeah,
good.
really
It was
spicy.
so good.
That's a hot sauce
Yeah.
company, right? Yeah.
I've never had anything bad from Shake
Okay.
Shack.
Reasonable pricing, I'd imagine.
It's not too bad. It's a little bit more expensive, but I feel like everything is
Quality.
elevated more than like a McDonald's
Yeah.
cheese. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's definitely like you taste the quality.
Sure.
To me, it's priced very similar to Culver's.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Going back to that, sorry to jump. Yeah. So In-N-Out will be my number 2. And I think the reason for that is we don't have them here in the Midwest. So it's one of those special treats for me when I get out there.
I've only
I
had it
wish-
once.
I wish you would have had a better experience. I know you didn't really care for the fries. They were soggy and it's also one of those things that because we don't eat it,
It
gets
was
hyped up so
yeah.
much that it's like, okay, like I'm expecting this. So I'm gonna drool. And
Yeah.
it's like, then
It was-
it's good, but it's not like,
I mean, the experience was funny because we're like, hey, let's go in. And then we're like, oh, we're already in the drive-through. And then we went through the drive-through
yeah,
and then we went in.
we did. But I'm not a big like burger fast food guy, but I like their burger. I just get the regular cheeseburger. With
It
the
wasn't
French
bad.
fries.
I really, to me, the best part was the pickles. And
Sure.
to me, if the best part of your burger is the pickle,
Yeah, then you got a kind of a problem.
you got a
Sure.
issue. I did appreciate how fresh everything was. It's just like in terms of like an encompassment, your fries suck.
And I love their fries. I think I said they were
You'd like the Wingstop fries
I've had them one time.
because they're the same way. They are soggy and bad.
And so I had Wingstop one time, and that was the problem. Like it was one of our family friends, and they ordered it, brought it here, but it was like sitting for like 40 minutes. So they
Oh.
were really soggy, like soggier
Yeah.
than normal. Their wings are really good.
The wings are
I
good.
was thinking of actually putting a Buffalo Wild Wings on. I just haven't. Same thing. I haven't had them forever.
I just forgot about it. I was like, what places do I eat it all the time?
So you obviously know my number one, which we'll talk about, but I want to know what your number one is.
Do you really need to know?
Yeah,
It's Taco Bell.
I already knew it. Yes.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
For everyone who knows Down Taco Bell is number one. I want to know what your order is.
Oh man, how long
And
do we
hold on,
have?
before I ask you that, I'm a little upset at you that you disrespected Chipotle. You didn't even put them on your top 10.
No.
That kind of makes me upset.
I'll actually pull up my last Taco Bell order.
Okay, let's hear it.
Where's my app? Where's my food? There's the food. There's Taco Bell. Oh God. Orders. So it kind of depends on like what they have on their menu. But like a typical order, view details. Ooh, this was a good night. So I did the cravings box. Don't judge me.
No, I'm not. I'm just.
I
trying
did
to read
I
it.
did a chalupa supreme with no tomatoes because why would you ever eat a tomato?
That's great.
Crunchy taco, chips and cheese, and then a Baja Blast. And then I did 2 spicy potato tacos, which are the bomb.
So what is a spicy potato taco?
That's exactly what it sounds like. It's it's fried potatoes,
Yep.
chipotle sauce, cheese and lettuce on a soft
Okay.
shell.
Okay.
I got 2 of them bitches. A double stack taco, which is your standard taco, but it's got red crispy strips in it. And then
Is this a hard shell or soft shell?
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
It's in a hard shell.
Yep.
But then they take a soft shell and put nacho cheese in it and then wrap it.
Ooh.
Right?
So it's like soft shell, cheese wrapped over the hard shell.
Yeah. Yeah. It's $1.99. And then I've been doing the steak grilled cheese burrito.
This is a good night for you.
That was a good night. I was not
That's actually a pretty reasonable price.
I wasn't feeling like normally my orders are a little bit smaller.
Oh, you can't forget about your 10 hot sauce packets.
Yeah. I have a big bowl of them. Seriously, because then it's like we'll order it on DoorDash.
Yeah, you know I was gonna end up.
Yeah. Yeah. So like that's a pretty like typical order.
It's a solid order.
I just love
Okay,
it
I think
so
I've asked the last time, but do they have any of the Doritos Los Tacos?
Yeah, they're
They still have
bomb.
those? Okay.
Yeah.
You can like pick the flavor, Cool Ranch,
No, they just have nacho,
nacho.
which is the best one.
Yeah. I like the nacho.
But yeah, Taco Bell. I mean, for me, like
That's your go-to.
the breakfast, so good. I think it's the number one breakfast golfers should have because it's mess free. You can get like the um like a crunch wrap, so it's got hash brown, egg, and then your choice of like steak, bacon, or sausage, cheese, and then there's hot sauce already in it.
Mm,
And then they wrap it up and do whatever they do, make
sure.
magic.
Yep.
And then it's hands free, doesn't leak, it's not greasy.
That sounds good.
And you're on the golf course, you're munching away.
You don't have to worry about getting
No,
dirty.
you don't.
I like it.
And I know you're number one.
Yeah, obviously my number one's got a special place in my heart because that's where I met my wife. But Chipotle, granted, they've had some
It's
better
kind of
days.
weird that your wife worked at like the stereotypical.
No, not really. She's worked other jobs. I think it's just funny how we met. And probably got a boatload of free food for a long time. So, but again, Chipotle, I mean, they've obviously had their moments. It's just like any place though, because like every location is different. Same ingredients, but every location is different, right?
I've had good luck at every Taco Bell.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had
because it's hard to screw up Taco Bell, and for me, it's hard to screw up Chipotle too because you literally tell them what you want, and then they screw it up.
That was one of the reasons why, like, for a long time, I stopped going to fast food. It's like because I'm a picky eater, but it's like, dude, I told you what I don't want, but then it's like you just put exactly what I. So I used to get so upset, but again, like the one thing with Chipotle is that I wish. So like going back to being picky, like I love avocados, but I don't like guac because I don't like onions. Like I don't mind onions chopped up in like a.
You ever watch me eat their guac?
Mm-mm.
I just dip it in the green part.
See that?
Because I don't. For me, raw onion is like wild.
But my wife makes a mean freaking like it's kind of like a guac without onions, but she'll do like jalapenos, avocado, and like.
Now do you see why your apartment was on my list?
Yes. But if they had like avocado, where you can just order that and throw it on there, because Chipotle, that's my go-to. I typically go extra white rice, black and pinto beans, chicken, hot salsa.
That's you do double beans?
No, I do both of them.
Yeah, the double beans. Yeah.
Yep. And then sometimes I'll do. I used to do cheese. I don't really get cheese on there anymore. Then I used to do like lettuce, but I don't do that either. And but yeah, no, number one is Chipotle. We've that was a good rant here. I know we got a couple of things I'd like to talk about. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can think of any places we talked about Buffalo Wild you'd like to add, but places I'd like to try.
Oh yeah, I've kind of been thinking. You and I both agree at Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House.
But I want to try it at like 2 a.m. because I've heard it's one of those places where it's like you either have super early in the day or super late at night. Okay. I want to try Bojangles.
Yep.
Whataburger.
Yep.
I'm mad we didn't go to Jack in the Box. Because we drove by them all the freaking time, and I kept saying, "Hey, let's go," and nobody wanted to go.
We did the same thing too when I was in Colorado not too long ago. We went through the drive-through, and my little cousin placed an order. We didn't order it, but I wasn't hungry. But yes, I'd like to try it. Just in the
they put like half a piece of American cheese on their taco, and then they fry it.
Ooh. Yeah, those are. Is there any other place or any other restaurants that you think you'd like to add to that come to the?
Not that I can think of. The issue is I know as soon as we turn this off, I'll be like, oh, that'd be good.
Sure.
Oh, I got to make peace with Greg.
Okay.
Skyline chili.
Skyline chili?
I want to try that. Okay. As weird as I think it is to put chili on top of spaghetti. However, you put a mountain on cheese on anything, I'll probably eat it.
I like that.
Just before we get into the rumors, I want to answer Beard's question.
What is that?
So Beard asked us what our dream car would be going down Magnolia Lane.
That's a good question. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Because I know what my dream car is.
Okay.
It's gonna be a Porsche Panamera. And I'm torn between like the S or just the straight up Panamera 4. I'll probably do the Panamera 4. Because it's basically a 911 with an ass. Because it's a wagon.
It's got those hips.
The big ass hips. Yeah. The Panamera's freaking Porsche hatchback, which I understand that the 911's kind of a hatchback. It's not the same. You could put your golf clubs in the Panamera comfortably.
I would say one of my favorite cars of all time is the Porsche GT3R.
3RS?
Yes, the 3RS. Yes, I love that car. There was one.
I was thinking more like practicality.
Yeah, it's not very practical.
Because my dream, like if we're talking like dream car, I want something from Celine. They did a Celine S7. back in the day, and it's straight up like ungodly. Yeah.
So like I'm kind of torn. Like I would love to just pull up to something like that, like super quick.
Mm-hmm.
But then like at that like
I want to be comfortable and I want it to be practical. That's where like the Panamera for me is like, if you ever look inside one, it's super luxurious. There's all sorts of room. And then it's at the end of the day, it's a Porsche.
that's super sweet. I'm a big Porsche fan too.
That or I want wheels to drop me off in his Evo.
There you go.
He put a turbo in it the other day and I had to break it to him that Bianca is no longer with us.
Out. Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's a spinny boy. He goes, yeah, it is.
So I'm gonna go with that. The Porsche GTR3 GT.
You should at least learn how to say the fucking name. It's a GT3 RS.
Yes. There is a GTR, I think, or a GT.
That's a Nissan.
No, but there is a Porsche GT, I think.
Like a Boxster?
No, it's not the Boxster. No, I don't want a Boxster.
That's an old man Porsche.
Yeah, I don't want that car. Yeah, but so I'm either gonna go with speed or I'm gonna go classic and do like a sick Rolls Royce Phantom. I mean, that's obviously way too bougie for me.
I think you're more of a Wraith guy, to be honest.
I would either go Bentley Continental GT or a.
You're probably more of a Wraith guy.
I don't even know what the hell a Wraith is.
You've never seen a Wraith?
No. What is that? But I would say a Bentley Continental GT or a Rolls Royce Phantom. That's
you are definitely a Rolls Royce Wraith guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. See that's dope.
You're more of a Wraith guy than a Continental.
I like the Continental too.
No, you're more of a Wraith guy.
Okay, Dad.
It's a little bit more elegant, a little bit more boxy. You don't drive the Wraith. You
ride in it.
You ride in it.
Exactly. Like my clubs are sitting next to me. I'm just sitting.
Yeah, your trunks are 10 feet away from you. The trunks, the cars are massive.
That classy, or I'm gonna go with a Porsche. But that's a good question.
Well, that's an ugly Wraith. They screwed that thing up.
Yeah, I don't like that. I would do like a blacked out.
I like this is a two-tone car every day of the week.
This one right here is sick.
This one?
Yeah.
Two-tone.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, that one's pretty dope too, because like a charcoal and black. That's
I'm telling you, you're more of a Wraith guy.
That's sweet. Yeah, so that's probably my two choices. Okay, so we'll do a quick couple of talking points here. There was a rumor, obviously, with Rory. He was offered $850 million to join Liv. However, he kind of put the kibosh on that.
I was talking to Lalo about that.
Yeah. What were his thoughts?
You take that money.
But we don't know if that's like, where did that come from? Like, is it real? Is it not real? Because again, like it was to the point where he's going to sign it today. And he's going to be joining.
I mean, but for me, it's like you set your family up forever.
I agree, but he's so rich with all other endorsements that he's been around for long enough where he has that money.
Right, but why? Who's saying that he wouldn't sell those endorsements?
Well, no, I'm not saying he wouldn't. I'm just saying that, like, if you're like a 23-year-old that's up and coming, like superstar, like who's got a chance to take this crazy amount of money, then
I still think it's crazy to look at your bank account and say, I don't want another $850 million. Like, because we're at the point now where it's like you can take that money and still play in the majors and win money.
That's true, but I think some of those
he's not going to win another major, so
those guys need money. Some of those guys like need the money, and I guess my point is Rory isn't chasing the money; he's chasing the legacy, which he's so far behind. But he's got so much money in his bank already that I don't think $850 million is a crazy amount of money.
Well, it's like Tiger saying no to $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying. He's already done not done, but
right. But again, do you think he looks at his bank account and goes, "I don't need another $1 billion"?
No, I just think like
I would be like, give me that, and like,
where did I sign? Yeah,
they come to me like, Dom, we'll give you $10K for like a year. Bring out the paper. Let me play.
So, speaking about Liv, Phil Mickelson made a comment about Liv. He's thinking that they will eventually be 72 hole tournament versus 54 holes.
I think they have to.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. I think it'd be better, but
because I feel like people kind of laugh at them for only playing 3 rounds. You still got to put together 3 competitive rounds. I can barely put together 1 round.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, you can't. That'd be 4. Well, it means 70. If you do 72, yeah, 4 rounds.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. So to me, it's like if you're gonna, because I think if they move to 72, I think that's almost a telltale sign that they're gonna merge.
Sure. And I think they will down the road. Might be 5 years from now, but I think at some point it'll be inevitable that they'll do something.
That's also why I think you take the money, because
If you do take the money, though, you got to think Rory would be the most hated golfer of all time. He'd be the biggest hypocrite.
I already
And I'm
think
not
he
saying
is.
that- Well, and some people say that he is, but I don't think that's what he's worried about. But I'm just saying, like as like a fair weather fan, I'd be like,
Yeah.
really, you just you just bash all these other golfers, and now all of a sudden, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like
I just
I don't
feel
think
like
that's the
it's
reason why
not
he's
right
not.
to bash somebody for giving their family generational wealth. It's exactly what Brooks did. Brooks is like, hey, we're set up forever now. Plus, he's still a damn good golfer.
Yeah. I would have liked to seen him like be in contention. He didn't do very. I think he
At
finished
the Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of going back to Live and the Masters, so Shark, aka Greg Norman, who is the CEO or he runs the Live Golf Tour. He apparently was not able to get tickets.
Yeah, he had to buy him,
Yeah, he had to buy him,
which is wild.
which
That
is wild.
So my big issue with golf is I feel like it's so petty, which is why I don't like players like Rory, where it's like, oh, you're on Live, fuck you, which is kind of how he comes off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel about Justin Thomas too, where it's like, oh, I can't talk to you, especially I don't know. Have you watched the Top Swing thing yet? On Netflix?
Full swing.
Yeah.
No, I still have to watch it.
He's like, because there's an episode. He's like, oh yeah, they play for Live. I don't talk to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, that is the pettiest thing because you're all playing the same game.
A lot of them used to be like good friends.
Yeah, and it's that's how. To me, it's just gotten really weird with Rory being like, "Oh, fuck you," and then like JT. I've always thought JT was kind of a crybaby, but now it's like, "Oh yeah, you're on the Live tour. I'm not gonna talk to you." Period. And I'm like, that's the pettiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and like for me, it's like okay, so he couldn't get a ticket from any of like the not sponsors, but obviously like they have a certain amount that they can hand out to higher ups. But it's like then you have like Live golfers playing in the event.
Yeah,
there's no way that they were able to like
you couldn't
get him a couple of tickets. Yeah. I think that was kind of odd, but
well, especially because like he played on the PGA. He's a PGA Tour legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah,
for sure. Ricky Fowler and his wife Allison announced baby number 2 will be arriving this summer. So congratulations to Ricky and his wife. It's kind of exciting for them. And I just have 2 more talking points. Chevron, they are it's the major championship for the LPGA Tour. I think they took over back in 2022. Anyway, they increased their purse to $7.9 million.
Wow,
which is awesome. And that's their first major, which is, I believe, taking place this week. And
nice.
And the cool thing with that is, so Nelly Korda, I kind of worded this up, chopped it up a little bit, but Nelly Korda has 4 wins in her last 4 starts.
So she could win 5 straight.
Yes. And there's only been one other person in the LPGA Tour that has won 4 tournaments.
Is it our girl Gigi?
Nope.
No, not yet.
It's I didn't even catch the name, but it was back. I mean, it's so impressive that I think this hasn't happened since like 1960s.
I didn't know the LPGA was around that long, to be totally honest.
It could be even actually, could be like the 80s, but I think it said 60s. I said I didn't catch the name, but I mean, that's kind of go back to that point. It's very impressive. So she has a chance to win 5 tournaments in 5 starts.
That's crazy.
Which is really cool.
And she's a hell of a player.
Yeah, world number 1, LPGA, fun to watch. So that tournament, the Chevron Championship is this week. So good luck to her.
Good luck to all the ladies.
Yeah, no, I feel like just like the WNBA, man, I feel like they're still so far behind, but people are starting to really invest time and watch.
Yeah.
As you see with the college, Caitlin Clark and all the other college women's athletes that are like, they had more viewership than the men's championship.
I mean, I knew who was going to win the men's championship. That's kind of the issue with like the men's side of it. It's like, I knew Purdue wasn't going to do it because it's still a Big Ten team. Mm-hmm. Nobody in the Big Ten wins anything.
Usually not.
No.
But it's so cool to see. So I'm happy that we'll see if she can.
Do you feel like it's almost becoming trendy to like women's sports?
No, I think even with the college basketball, like for me, Paige Beckers, like she's from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like there's always been good.
She's from like right down the road.
Yeah, there's always been like good athletes, but like, I mean, they're kind of evolutionizing the game just like Steph Curry did, shooting threes. I mean, Caitlin Clark is doing things that no one's really ever done.
Right.
So I think like there's been really good athletes back in the day, but now they have a bigger platform,
Yeah.
and social media and all that is obviously magnifying everything. So
Yeah. I had heard somebody bring that up, and I thought it was kind of interesting to be like, because right now women's sports are having their moment,
For
which
sure.
is dope. Because those women will beat, like, everyone's like, oh, I could beat a women's WNBA team.
No, you can.
No, you cannot.
You couldn't beat a Division 2 or 3 college,
I could not beat the worst golfer ever.
or that too. Yeah.
Well,
Neither I could.
I couldn't beat the worst PGA player on their worst day. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You could not beat a WNBA player on her worst day as like a casual fan.
100%.
They were like, do you think it's like trendy now? Because now I feel like everyone's like, oh, you don't like Caitlin Clark? Well, screw you. I'm like, no, I don't. I just don't watch it.
Yeah. I think it's really cool that they sold out almost every size of her jersey,
Mhm.
and all of their home games, I believe, are all televised on ESPN. So again, I think like it's just like kind of wildfire. Like once it's
Yeah.
and now it's
Well, I mean, it's
continued to-
one of those things where it's like they're like, oh, wow, why don't you watch the women's tournament? I don't watch the men's tournament either.
Yeah.
I
you're
forgot
not
to
really
fill out a
biased
bracket.
on which one it is.
No,
Just
I
because
forgot
you
to
don't-
fill out a bracket. I thought it started the literally the next week, and everyone's like,
Like,
no, it's like yesterday, and I was like, oh, oops,
Yeah,
my team wasn't in it anyways.
neither was mine. But
Your team sucks.
well, I actually didn't pick Duke this time.
Oh,
I picked my rival, Duke, North Carolina.
oh yeah, they weren't in it either.
No, but
I always pick West Virginia.
yeah,
Trust Virginia, baby.
I always pick Duke, but no, it's been a great episode. I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Whoever's watching or listening, I think the food conversation was really cool. And again, the Masters, that was an awesome event. Is there anything else that you want to add that you might think of that maybe I missed or that you didn't think of right away?
No, I'm just hungry now.
I know I'm kind of hungry
And
too.
the worst part is like I have food, but I might save that for lunch and get Taco Bell. Is that wrong?
Do you have that app where you can just like repeat the same order?
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah, and I earn points. It's
All right.
bad.
Well,
It's really bad.
well, at least you get something out of it though. Like, not
Yeah.
the food. I mean, like you're able to like. keep some reward
Well, and
points.
you get like free tacos or whatever. I have like 18,000 points.
Dang.
It's
You're their number
Should
one
we
customer.
check?
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't think I'm number one. So I currently have 175 points, but I've had 20,925 total. That's bad.
That's awesome.
I have 3 rewards. Oh, what expires this week? I'm going.
You better use it
You know when it expires?
tonight.
420.
Oh, it's Saturday. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't do math.
nice. Well, thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate it. And we should have a guest on next week.
Yeah,
Should be a fun one.
should be interesting. Somebody people probably haven't heard of, but doing really cool things,
Absolutely.
just like us.
Exactly. So again, thanks for tuning in, listening, and watching, whatever you're doing. Appreciate it. Have a good night.